Um, yeah, well, he's got a, from what I'm led to believe, I haven't even spoken to Doc about it, but I was told on the bench that he's got a fracture to his lower leg. It'll require some surgery. It's a little bit like Big X's injury earlier in the year, so if it requires surgery, then they're going to need to probably put a plate in it of some description, I'd imagine, and yeah, that'll mean he's out for a period of time. So that's a blow to us because he's a young guy trying to make his way in the game, and it's his seventh game on the trot, and just getting that continuity was going to be important for him. But he's shown in the games that he's played to date that he's a great prospect for us, and we've just got to get his body right now and get him going again later in the year if we can.
Tom Powell, ankle as well? Or?
Yeah, he's just rolled his ankle, so he'll get that looked at earlier in the week. Sometimes they can settle pretty quickly, those, and sometimes they can linger. So we'll just wait see how he goes. And big CJ was out with the concussion, so he'll have to go through the concussion protocols, and he'll no doubt miss next week.
How tough a night was that?
Oh, we came up against a bloody really good side, and there were some things about our game tonight that actually I thought we played better tonight than what we played the last 2 weeks. The 90-point margin doesn't suggest, and it was just like, you got wiped off the park early. They're a really good side, but usually when you lose a game by 15 goals, you haven't been able to get the ball inside 50, and you've been smashed at clearances, and we competed in different areas of the game really, really well, and we just came up against a team. They out of a half chance, they'd make a full chance, a full opportunity out of it, and out of a full opportunity for us, we'd somehow turn it into a half or a quarter chance. I reckon they've got, if not 8. Maybe as many as 10 blokes that are all Australian quality. At the end of the day, that's what you're trying to build in your list, that depth of quality, and that's across all three of their lines, forward, mid and defence, and particularly their mid and defence is the real strength of their side at the moment, and their experience, their strength in the contest, and their ability to chain with possession and maintain that possession of the ball from 10, 12 possessions in a row, whether it by hand or foot. We were at different stages, especially early, managing 2, 3, 4 possessions in a row before we turn it over. That's just experience and composure, and that will come with time. What we saw is the gap between one of the better sides in the competition and one of the not so good sides in the competition at the present time. And observed Melbourne from afar, and I know that they've been in the same position as what we are right now, somewhere in the last decade. And the dangling carrot for us is that because we know what their path has been, that there's hope and prospect for us as a footy club too. But we've just got to stay together and work our way through it, and give some players an opportunity. And we've probably gone with a little bit of an older group in the early part of the year and not exposed as many of the young kids, because we've fully of the view that bringing the young kids in en masse isn't all that beneficial for them, and they need to have some experienced guys around them. But we'll probably look to blood a few more kids over the next few weeks to give them the exposure. Because if you're going to lose by 90 points, you might as well lose with kids. But we don't want to throw them to the wolves either. We'll just bit by bit. Big Charlie's going to miss you. We'll probably have 2 or 3 changes out of the side next week, and hopefully there's 1 or 2 young fellas who can come into the side.